from WDTN, the station that's working for you. This is 2 News at 6 with breaking news.
And we are following this breaking news out of Trotwood tonight. The coroner has been called here to this scene, this home on Azalea Drive, where a fire broke out around 4:50 this evening, and you see somebody trying to run back into that home right now as police officers stop her outside, trying to figure out if that might be somebody that lived in that home. Fire and heavy smoke were here reported from the roof a little earlier. We're working to learn more information about what has happened here, how these flames started. Obviously, you can see the damage there to that home. Again, this is Azalea Drive, where clearly police are talking to somebody trying to get back inside that home right now and console that woman there. So we'll keep tracking this situation and let you know when we learn new information.
And we're also following breaking news as well out of Shelby County, where an accident on I-75 has turned fatal. The State Highway Patrol says a car heading southbound on 75 for some reason crossed the median, hitting the wheels of a semi-trailer heading north. The passenger of the car was ejected and pronounced dead at the scene. Investigators still trying to determine the cause.
The roadway's clear. The road conditions didn't play a factor. So, it's just a unfortunate tragedy today.
The driver of the semi not injured in this. The driver of the car, though, has been taken to Lima Memorial, listed in stable condition.
And now to a developing story out of Riverside, as police there are investigating after a baby is buried in a backyard. The remains of the newborn found after an investigation that began Sunday night. 2 News reporter Jordan Bowen live in Riverside with the latest on this developing story.
Well, Mark and Brooke, Riverside police recovered the one-month-old's body from this backyard of a home here. As we zoom in, you can see the hole where investigators were digging for several hours last night. We're here on Richland Avenue near Mayapple Avenue in Riverside. Police were called to this home around 7 o'clock Sunday evening after an anonymous caller called police about an infant being buried in the backyard. Neighbors we spoke with in the area say there was a heavy police presence here last night. Multiple detectives were seen here in the backyard digging for several hours. Witnesses say they were here until 1 in the morning. At this time, Riverside police say no one is in custody and no one has been charged in connection with the baby's death. I spoke with Riverside police, who say at this time they're not releasing any more information about the case. Now, the coroner's office has confirmed this baby was 1 month old. An autopsy was performed this morning. Those results are pending. We'll continue to follow this story and pass along any new information as we get it. Live in Riverside, Jordan Bowen, 2 News, working for you.
The bodies of 2 Westerville police officers killed in the line of duty were escorted to funeral homes today.
The procession began at the Franklin County Coroner's Office. The public lined the streets of Westerville today to pay their respects to 54-year-old Officer Tony Morelli and 39-year-old Officer Eric Joring. Officer Morelli was taken to Moreland Funeral Home, while Officer Joring was taken to Hill Funeral Home.
And the officers were shot and killed when responding to a 911 hang-up call Saturday. The suspect fired at them as soon as they entered that building to investigate. 30-year-old Quentin Smith is the suspected gunman. He's been charged with 2 counts of aggravated murder in their deaths. Another man, Gerald Lawson, was also arrested today. He faces charges for allegedly buying the Glock semi-automatic handgun used by Smith in that shooting.
As you might have noticed today, Governor Kasich has ordered all state flags at public buildings and grounds to be flown at half-staff in honor of Officers Joring and Morelli. And the shooting is raising questions about safety and protocol when it comes to police answering 911 hang-up calls regarding domestic violence.
Yeah, especially if the officers have responded to that home before. 2 News reporter Dana Smith is asking questions. She talked with police here about how they respond to those calls.
Mark and Brooke, I spoke with a Miami Township police officer who told me 911 hang-ups are addressed on a case-by-case basis, but they are taken just as seriously as any other call. When it comes to 911 hang-up calls, Sergeant Jason Etter says it's up to dispatch to determine if officers will be sent to the scene.
They will attempt to call the number back to verify if there is a problem or if it was a child playing with the phone, etc. A lot of the calls are weeded out by them before they ever get to us.
But if dispatch hears some sort of disturbance, police will be sent out, especially if there have been 911 calls from that location in the past.
A lot of it comes to play, too, on what is the history of that address.
In Westerville, police had previously gone to the home before, but no arrests were ever made. The Associated Press reported officers were dispatched for domestic disputes 3 times since last September. Here in Miami Township, Etter says if police have responded to a home before on a medical request or domestic incident, they'll go again.
We'd like to say that, we treat all calls as they would be serious. However, when you've done this job for a while, a lot of people will start getting a little more lackadaisical, and if it's just oh yeah, we're coming out here on the same type of call we've been on before, you let your guard down, but then that's when things can happen too.
And Etter noted Miami Township's enforcement area does include places like the Dayton Mall and other businesses and even retirement communities, which often have their own private security. And he said if a 911 hang-up comes from any of those places, usually security will go and check it out first to determine if police should get involved. Reporting live, Dana Smith, 2 News, working for you.
Well, an Olympic skier who grew up just an hour from Dayton is looking to win another medal in Pyeongchang.
Nick Gepper grew up skiing at Perfect North in Lawrenceburg, Indiana. Our Jack Doles is live in South Korea, where he talked with Nick about his Olympic return.
Yeah, Nick, how about this? Second Olympics now, and he's trying to add a second medal here. And who knew that as a 5-year-old, when he learned to ski at True North, he'd be on this stage going after a second medal. Pretty incredible story there. 3-time gold medalist in slopestyle at the X Games. He is one of those guys that comes back. His roots are very strong. Comes back every December for the Winter Welcome Rail Jam for the kids in the terrain park. He skis with them. He encourages them. He signs autographs. Now, though, he's all business. He wants to add another Olympic medal to his collection, and he wants this one to be a different color from the one he won in Sochi. That was a bronze.
I had a bronze medal in Sochi, and so I'd be lying if I said I didn't have a little chip on my shoulder and want to better that this time around. And being the only Winter Olympic medalist from Indiana representing the Midwest, I'd like to bring another medal back home to the Hoosiers.
Always have that motivation of hometown rooting for him. Nick has until, Mark and Brooke, he has until February 17. That is when he steps into competition.
Jack, it's funny, I actually do some of my skiing down there at Perfect North. I can tell you that Nick is an absolute legend out there. All the kids absolutely idolize him. And part of the Nick Gepper legend, of course, is the fact that his mom and dad, who lived there in Lawrenceburg, Indiana, built a ramp in the yard of the family's home using AstroTurf and PVC pipes so Nick could practice year-round. It's amazing that a kid from Indiana ended up at the Winter Olympics.
Yeah, I don't think people think of Indiana as a winter, especially skiing hub. I've driven through Indiana quite a few times, and I haven't seen any big mountains there.
No, we tend to grow basketball players in Indiana, but we'll be rooting for him once again. Jack, enjoy it.
Yes, you do.
Thank you so much.
All right, and be sure to join Mark and me tonight, 7:30 for the Olympic Zone. The program is packed full of special coverage and happenings around the Winter Games.
One new program introduced by the state is taking aim at the opioid crisis here in Montgomery County.
And cold weather today, but at least the sun was out. It gets even milder for the next 2 days. The Storm Team 2 forecast is coming up.